of weeks, a picture has emerged that suggests that all is not well within the police service.
Correctly so. You're talking of weeks, we're talking of months in this situation, trying to look into the state of policing. Some of the things are unnecessary. They can't be avoided. Pure abuse of power in some instances. We are going to be seeing some changes, particularly as it relates to these perennial problems which have affected police, because systems are being put in place.
How much of this problem, or how much of the problems that the police we are seeing in the police service have a lot to do with training?
Training would always be a factor, but some of the areas we are referring to has to do with how people have actually abused power, purely from that point of view, where somebody would say, I want to show you who I am, and so on and so on, which has nothing to do with the kind of training they got. So yes, training, but also there is this culture which we are continuously fighting, of people thinking that they are law to themselves.
The question then is whether you are taking any extraordinary steps to deal with this particular question of the abuse of power, to make sure that we do not at any point go back to that skop, skit and donor that characterized apartheid policing.
You can't cover everybody. There are people, well, because of perhaps how they got into the police or other factors, you still find people who have not appreciated the situation we're in, that now the kind of a cop you should be in 2013 is not the cop you were in 1973 or 1976, for instance. So from that point of view, it's ongoing. But we would always be concerned when you still have people who are not doing what they're supposed to do when they know what they're supposed to do.
How confident are you that your recruitment processes do not just take anybody who wants to be in the police service, even though those people may turn out to be the undesirables?
It is precisely because of the not so good feedback, which suggested even some corruption of the process of recruitment, which then made me to call everybody under one roof and say, but there's a problem here. You would obviously recruit and attract sometimes wrong people. So find a way of sharing with the community that we have this applicant, his name is Vuyomvoko. Who is Vuyomvoko and how is he and so on? But on top of that, we are now finalizing a process where names of people would be, splashed in the media even before you go to the training college, so that people know that, oh, this one, how did this one get there? Because it's the people we recruit, some of them immediately after coming from college, they're involved in crime, in sometimes serious violent crimes, and you start asking yourself, but who are these people? How did they get into it? So I can't say that we have reached what we wanted, but I can say that we are doing that. We are putting in place systems to cleanse that process from the beginning, so that we have the kind of cop we want to have, who is a model to everybody in society.
Iran's new